Jobs not affected by AI isn't clickbait. It's real for blue-collar pros. AI won't swap out your plumber, your mechanic, or your baggage handler. This episode matters if you work with your hands. You've heard the hype. AI will replace us all. You've read the headlines predicting robots in every shop and garage. That won't happen. Blue-collar roles rely on hand skills, on-the-spot thinking, sweat, and grit. Today, we'll react to those promises, point out where they fall flat, and lay out exactly which jobs AI can't touch. Before we jump into our feature videos and value real work done by real people, hit subscribe. Drop a comment with your trade or the job you think AI can't replace. Let's build a community that champions skill, sweat, and steel. We were told physical stores would vanish. They haven't. People like to browse. You like to feel a wrench in your hands before you buy it. You trust a tool's heft and balance, something no pixel can convey. Tech can help you order parts, but it can't replace the smell of oil or the weight of a socket set. Let's take a look at our first feature from CNBC, Make It. I have done a number of videos in the past explaining why blue-collar jobs are the past, the present, and the future. I will leave the link to the video in the description box below, so take a look at this.
A historic drop in U.S. college enrollment.
U.S. college freshman enrollment is on the decline. Many schools have seen those enrollment declines already.
Since the last half of the 20th century, a college degree has been touted as a must-have for a stable and successful career.
I did grow up around a lot of people telling me college was the route that you should go.
My parents were always hounding me about going to college. All the teachers remind you about making sure you get good grades so you can pass elementary school, middle school, and go to college.
But earning that degree has become less and less attainable. Over the past decade, the average annual cost for a four-year private college has risen by about 42%. For public universities, it's gone up by about 30%.
And the thing is, there have been a number of videos circulating right now on social media about people having difficulty with their current student loan, with the current student loan program. It's mind-boggling to think that someone will take out a loan of $200,000, $300,000, and the job they're actually doing will not be able to repay those loans.
Jobs that traditionally require college degrees are no longer as reliable as they once were.
Google, Amazon, and others announced cuts earlier this month.
PayPal is the latest company to announce job cuts, slashing around 9% of its global workforce.
The market has really rewarded companies that announce layoffs.
So it may not be surprising that many in Gen Z, the youngest generation in the workforce, are saying no to the college experience. Instead, they're entering blue-collar jobs and skilled trades that don't require a four-year degree.
They're gaining skills that allow them to then go out and start their own business. And that really allows them the opportunity to set their earning potential as they go forward.
And as older blue-collar workers begin to retire, it may be that Gen Z rises to fill the skilled labor gap.
But it's all welding. Oh, yeah.
Let me pause a little bit there, because tech alone can't fix loneliness or risk at a job site. While AI can suggest solutions, but it can't stand by your side when you're stuck under a chassis at midnight. A screen can't slap your back or hand you a spare gasket. Humans actually bring empathy and presence. Folks have touted AI like it's fresh ground, but algorithms aren't new. They got smarter, sure, yet most AI breakthroughs barely scratch the surface of real-world blue-collar challenges. Let's continue.
Teenager, Morgan Bradbury was weighing going to college for either engineering or physical therapy. But it was while she was working on becoming an Eagle Scout that she discovered what would become her new career.
They had a welding merit badge there, and I was like, oh, fire, that sounds pretty fun. I just immediately was mesmerized by the fact that I could have the ability to build things with my own hands and kind of put together the engineering side of my brain and the hands-on side of my brain. I thought it was just instantly something really cool to do.
Instead of going to a four-year college after high school, as she was planning to do, Morgan took a 9-month welding certification course at Universal Technical Institute, a for-profit trade school. The $22,000 price tag for tuition wasn't cheap, but it was also a fraction of what she would have paid for 4 years of university schooling.
My experience there was awesome. A lot of what people don't realize is welding isn't just welding. There's a lot more science behind it than I think people think. I was really interested in the metallurgy and how like the magnetic field works while you're welding, and I think it's helped me a lot in my job today.
Morgan landed a job as a third-class welder with BAE Systems before she had even finished her certification. At 19 years old, she was earning about $57,000 a year. Now, 2 years later, she's a second-class welder, working on U.S. Navy ships in Norfolk, Virginia.
Currently, I'm working 7:15 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the evening. So every day here looks very different for me, especially because I have certifications in almost every type of welding that we do here. You're on this boat this day, another boat another day. You might be in the shop. You might be doing 2 or 3 different processes in a day. It's anything from high pressure steam pipes to like a stud on the wall. It's just whatever they need for the day.
Morgan isn't alone among her peers in choosing a blue-collar career.
And I mean, good for her, because look at the auto plants. Robots took over welding and painting. Line workers lost jobs. White-collar tech folks said, you have to reskill. And that's easier said than done. Now, AI threatens knowledge roles, writers, analysts, coders. But it won't grab a pneumatic wrench or cable tie a harness. AI isn't replacing your baggage handler or your plumber. It can't fix a leaky pipe or unload luggage on a rainy tarmac. Those jobs rely on physical dexterity and on-the-fly judgment. Now, according to the World Economic Forum, mechanics and machinery repairs rank 4th in job growth from 2023 to 2027, driven by demand for hands-on skill and short supply chain. You need a trained eye to spot a cracked piston or a worn bearing. AI can flag a fault code, but you can diagnose the root cause. Then we have agricultural equipment operators. Heavy-duty truck drivers and bus drivers saw a projected job growth above 30% in the next 5 years. Autonomous trucks exist, but they still need drivers to load, unload, and handle edge cases like a blocked rural road. Upwork lists electricians and linemen among jobs AI won't replace, thanks to safety-critical on-site work with live circuits. Walking a power line pole or routing conduit in a retrofit demands adaptability that robots simply can't match. Now, what we're going to do is take a look from another angle from a young lady who has been laid off twice. Her channel name is Becca. I will also leave the link for her video in the description box below. Take a look at this.
Somehow I think the tech market might be worse than when I looked last year. I didn't even know that was possible. Tech used to be the industry everyone wanted to be in. High growth, cool projects, good pay. Now, you're lucky if you don't go through a layoff at least once. It just doesn't feel like a stable place to be anymore. This has happened more times than I want it to. I'm applying to jobs. I've had a few interviews. I've seen roles posted, taken down, reposted, again and again and again. With all the layoffs and how hiring seems to be, it honestly makes me wonder, are companies even hiring? I honestly don't have the answers right now.
Okay, let me pause right there, because just take a look at her background. Take a good look. What I'm getting at is that everything in her background there was all made possible by blue-collar workers. The tables, the chairs, the counters, the lighting, the windows, all made possible. Now, after the pandemic, a lot of people lobbied to work from home, but this only enabled companies to reassess their entire operations. Cost cutting always starts with employees. Why pay only you when I can hire from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, the Philippines, Nigeria, just to name a few, a multiple of people, all for the price of one? The very same people who created the technology are being replaced by their own creation. While payments for plumbers and HVAC technicians actually remains high, these trades require manual dexterity and problem solving when pipes hide behind walls. Now, AI tools can guide you through a schematic, but they can't crawl into tight spaces or solder a joint by feel. Framing, roofing, custom cabinetry. These jobs involve unpredictable materials, weather, and human factors. Robots can pour concrete or lift beams, but a master carpenter measures twice and cuts only once. Let her finish up her video.
I just wanted to share what my experiences looked like. For anyone else going through something similar, continue to stay strong, apply to jobs. It will happen, but it might take time. And you're honestly not alone.
Now, Upwork also highlights sculptors, painters, chefs, and massage therapists. roles that need a personal touch. Chefs adjust seasoning by taste. Therapists adapt pressures by feel. AI can suggest techniques, but it can't sense muscle tension or aroma. Well, unless Elon Musk's AI robots roll out soon enough. We have firefighters, paramedics, police officers, and search and rescue workers face chaotic scenes. They make split-second calls. AI can dispatch ambulances or map routes, but it can't climb a stairs with a stretcher or calm a victim's panic. Recent reporting warns no job is truly future-proof. Some roles evolve into gray-collar work, a mix of manual labor and tech. Even then, you'll be the one plugging in diagnostic tools, climbing towers, or calibrating sensors. You will definitely stay in demand. Focus on what AI can't do. On-site problem solving, physical skills, physical dexterity, adaptability, sharpen welding, wiring welding. Yup, that skills repeats for emphasis. Build a reputation for reliability. AI can't replace trust built over years. All she has to do is retool herself. She's pretty young. I've started over so many times. Contrast that with knowledge roles, data entry, routine analysis, even basic content writing risk AI takeover. Editors and strategists who add context and creativity actually becomes heroes. But if you work with tools and torque, you're pretty much safe. You have to master your trade, get certification that prove your skill, brand yourself online, show off projects, use tips. Use AI as a helper for inventory diagnostics or customer booking, but keep your craft hands-on. AI isn't breathing down your neck. If you build, fix, drive, or serve in person, jobs not affected by AI matter. They'll keep your roof over your heads and your engines running. If you value real skill, real sweat, real outcomes, you've got a future. Thanks again for joining me. Now let's all get back to work and stay sharp. And I will catch you in the next episode.